All right, Tyran, man, you text me and it caught me off guard a little bit, but go ahead, man. Tell me what you thought, nigga.
I mean, I was telling my wife this all week. I believe I said it to you the other week.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the fight went exactly how I thought it was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Kel Brook showed. Kel Brook is a hell of Kel Brook is a hell of a boxing talent.
Mm-hmm.
I should say. You know, so I man, one thing that was crazy. I didn't realize how short his arms were. That was kind of surprising
Mm-hmm.
to see that. Bud had 74 and his was only 69,
Mm-hmm.
but he was doing a decent job controlling the distance first couple rounds. But as soon as the going get tough, he bitched up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like even the round, I had him up 3-0, but he was looking too careful the whole time.
Yeah.
And even when Bud was attacking back and Bud was missing, and Kel was hitting him with good counters, he just was looking too careful and timid, and he never discouraged Terrence Crawford, even though he won the
Mm-hmm.
round. But I will say, no, not taking nothing from Bud. It was a good, he did what he was supposed to do. He got him up out of there. But I still didn't see anything in this fight that indicates to me that that he could for sure beat Earl Spence, if Earl is still Earl.
Mm.
What was your take?
I and now that I'm an hour or 2 hours removed, I can have this conversation with you. Um, when the first fight just ended, I was very impressed. I was like, damn. And then I began to think the nigga got knocked down with a normal punch.
Right.
You understand? Like it wasn't like a spectacular like right hook or anything like that. It was a jab that he just completely just overreacted to it. You know, like he
Right.
physically overreacted to it. And what people are not going to fully grasp is that Kell Brook. Well, I looked at the scorecards. Kell Brook was up 2-1 on 2 of the 3 scorecards, and
Uh,
but he was outboxing Terrence Crawford,
yeah, he was.
and Terrence Crawford round 7, his eye would have been different. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah, that eye was looking crazy. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah. So with that being said, Earl Spence probably has the most powerful jab at the welterweight division. I'm real curious to know what Earl Spence reach is. I'm very interested in that now that I saw uh Terrence Crawford. But here's what I did notice about Terrence Crawford. He's not as athletic as people make him out to be.
What? What
Like
you mean by
like
that?
like so what I mean by that is he doesn't he's not doing it with athleticism. He's doing it with more of aggression. Yeah, he's an above average athlete because he's a professional athlete at the best, but he doesn't have like Jamel Charlo athleticism. You understand what I'm saying? Like
I
he
mean, well, nah. Well, Jamel Charlo is probably the best athlete in boxing.
yeah, well, Deontay
But
Wilder is a damn good athlete too. Uh
yeah,
but like I wasn't I was impressed with how he won, but I don't see how that translates into an Earl Spence win.
right. And that's exactly
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was saying when I texted you. Like nothing in there because once again, Kel Brook was outboxing him.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in the fourth round, like you kind of saw where it was headed, but Kel Brook was still outboxing him. Kel Brook was countering him well. Kel Brook, but Kel Brook never got aggressive. He never tried to bully him, and he just don't have that dog spirit in him.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling anybody I talked to, I was just like, when the going gets tough, I think 78 Sports was calling him a curve or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I ain't in the dog fighting like that, but it's just like dog because even against Spence, bro, you in the 11th round in a fight that it looked like you was winning the first half. You in your hometown, you got your crowd going. You got a round and a half to go, and he folded.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the Triple G fight. Even in that, I just watched that fight the other day just to look at some stuff. Even before he wanted out of that fight before Triple G started overwhelming him.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, 1000%.
You know, this fight right here, it's like, all right, Crawford popped him. He stumbled back against the ropes or whatever. Even like you didn't even see any sense of urgency when the ref was doing the count or whatever. And then he was just against the ropes, like looking like, please don't hit me, please don't hit me, Tyran, please don't hit me, Tyran, no, you know, like it. So after the fight, I text you, I got in the shower or whatever. My wife put on the Lennox Lewis Tyson fight right now, and you just watching Tyson get his ass beat for 7 rounds, but he's still trying. Knowing that he got no chance of winning the fight, still trying. Kell Brook, first little piece of adversity, and he folded. And so what that? So I'm saying, and once again, so you got Errol Spence is a little taller than Kell Brook, and I don't know what his reach is, but I know his reach is longer than Kell Brook.
Sure, I hope.
And
so.
this is somebody who's more athletic than Kell Brook. Errol Spence goes from high to low real well. Errol Spence is going to attack the body more. Errol Spence knows how to back up to create space, and he knows how to come forward, knows how to cut off the ring, and he's tenacious with it, and he got the dog mentality, and he don't have no quit in him. So that moment that we saw with Terrence Crawford against Kell Brook will never happen in the Errol Spence fight.
Gotcha.
So for me, I'm just it's tough. Like I still see ways where Terrence Crawford has the advantage over Errol, but I don't see it, man. And that fight didn't really sell me too much because it played out exactly how I knew it was gonna play out.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was a one punch knockout and remember when Charlo knocked down J-Rock? J-Rock beat the count, but you knew the fight was over.
Yeah.
You know. But it wasn't like it was a punch like that. Like, man, you like get your shit together and like get out the round, you know, but he just quit.
Damn, you
and then when they showed Terrence off the right eye was looking crazy.
Yeah. That jab was popping, and Errol Spence saw that, was like, shit, that nigga can't stop my jab. And Errol can fight going backwards.
Errol can fight going backwards,
and that's gonna be the key. That's gonna be the key because he's gonna be able to keep distance.
Once again, too, that was Crawford's right eye. Errol Spence is a southpaw, so that left hand coming is a different type of left hand from Errol Spence.
Yeah,
from Kell Brook. That's that straight left or that left hook.
It'll just be his other eye. And you know,
but even when he hits Terrence Crawford in the right eye with the straight left or the left
hook, sure.
That's coming. It's coming. You know. Once again, for me, Terrence Crawford's best defense is how kind of tenacious and quick his punches are. Because even Kell Brook even said it after the fight, like, man, like for some reason I just couldn't throw my punches. So it's not like Terrence Crawford is like a defensive wizard and he's maneuvering you out of position and countering you. He's there to be hit. And like I said, even if he gets Spence in a position where Spence might be hesitant to throw punches, you know Spence gonna be able to at least close the distance and get up on him and attack that body.
Yeah, Kell Brook wanted no part, and I thought he could have did well just clinching with him. You know what I mean, as opposed to fighting from distance. Clinch Terrence Crawford to see how strong he was and all that, but Like Kel
But
said,
I think he was scared. I think he was scared of what he was gonna catch going in the clinch.
sure. Oh,
You
absolutely.
gotta remember, like, and people, no matter what you can say about, oh, he got titanium in his eyes, he got his eyes healed. He's still a human being with a brain that knows that both of his eyes got crushed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like you not you gotta be, and once again, this is a soft dude from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? This ain't no dude with a I got nothing to lose, so I'm gonna
Right.
all out there mentality.
Right.
So
Right.
you feel me? He wasn't trying to catch those in his eyes again.
Right. Definitely true. Definitely true, man. And the further and further away I get from this fight, you realize that he can be outboxed. You know what I mean? And
Right.
and his defense is his aggression. His defense ain't catching punches. And nah, Errol can literally second half of that fight have fun with Terrence Crawford and use his aggression like you play with your little nephews and shit. You know what I mean? Not that it's that easy, but the fact that you can control and manipulate him, I think like that's going to be a big key in that fight, but I'm very interested to see what he looks like against Danny Garcia. I'm very interested to see what he looks like. I don't have any doubts, but I just want to confirm what I'm thinking, that he'll be fine.
That you said it perfectly. Because like I said, all everything I'm saying right now is contingent upon him being the same Errol.
Sure.
I do believe that he's solid, but I'm also a year and a half off a car crash, and I ain't all the way 100. I know he didn't need, I know he didn't need surgery like I did, but
right.
I like you said, I believe it, but I still just had to see it just so I know, so I'm not guessing. You feel me? So what do you think? What do you personally think you could see him do against Danny Garcia that would solidify that Terrence can't fuck with him?
Just have a presence. If it goes 12 rounds, that's fine, but have a presence in the ring where, and then you can see like his make sure that his twitch is still there. You understand what I'm saying? And he looks comparable to what he looked like against Mikey Garcia,
Yeah.
Because that's how I view that fight, as like a Mikey Garcia fight. And if he can catch him, he'll catch him. So
I think for me, if he showed me that he could get away from Danny Garcia's counters, because Danny Garcia is a counter puncher.
Very much so.
If Errol Spence showed me that he could come in, throw his shit, and then get away from Danny Garcia's counters, that's kind of what I need to see. I mean, like I said, you can't really get too much from Danny Garcia in regards to Terrence Crawford, because he's flat footed. He don't really have he don't have a similar fighting style to Terrence Crawford at all. But for like I said, in order for Spence, I mean, Spence can go toe to toe with Danny Garcia if he wants to, but if I was just from my eye test and seeing how he fought Lamont Peterson, seeing how he fought Chris Algieri, and seeing how he fought Mikey Garcia, it's like, dog, if Errol Spence wanted to make the fight easy, he could really just style on Danny Garcia the whole fight.
Yeah, he can. He definitely can, and I'm eager to see how he's gonna come out. I'm very, because he can just fight from distance, and make it as less combative fight as possible, But
and like I said, and he could do that same thing with him, just fight at distance, and then when it's time to dog him, he just rush in there, close that distance, and kill his body.
Nah, that's true. And did you notice that Terrence Crawford, his jab is? How would you rate his jab? I should say.
It's not. I think he throws his jab. Not in the sense of like Jamal Charlo at all, because Jamal Charlo got one of the best jabs. But I think he throws his jab. He cocks it as if it's a power punch, and it kind of makes it not effective as far as what a jab is supposed to do.
Okay. he kind of fights like a nigga in the street. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't box. He boxes, but it's with like this, like with a fighting style. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he can pull back from that. I don't know if he has the ability to pull back and just box. Or I don't know if he can beat. Well, I mean, he can beat Kell Brook, but like with the boxing style, you understand? Like can he set traps for Errol Spence and box him? I don't know if he can do that.
I don't know.
Use the whole ring. I don't know if he can do that. I don't know if he can do that.
Really, in all the fights, because you, if you want to keep it real, this about to be a funny name, but if you want to keep it real, Hank Lundy was outboxing Terrence Crawford when they fought. I don't know if you remember that fight.
I wasn't at that fight because I had the Leo Santa Cruz fight. I didn't watch that fight.
Leo Santa Cruz fought that night. Yeah, but you remember that, you remember that night vividly clearly, because I remember I was going back and forth between that and Santa Cruz. Hank Lundy. This is going to your argument, because Hank Lundy was outboxing him, and then T Bud just turned up on him.
But you can't do that on Errol. Exactly. You can't just be more aggressive. Like when they said he turned southpaw, he didn't become a better boxer. He just changed the angle.
From a different position.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see a better boxer when he went from southpaw. His punch output was pretty much the same. It was just real funny to me. I'm gonna rewatch the fight after I hang up with you. But it was real.
What would have showed me that he could probably beat Errol Spence is, like you said, if he was able to outbox Kell Brook at one.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first half of Kell Brook versus Errol Spence, Kell Brook was outboxing Errol Spence, and so that's where he looked impressive. And then Errol Spence caught up and kind of outdogged him, and as he was outdogging him, he was outboxing him as well. But if Terrence Crawford would have came out the gate and been out, because like I said, to be honest, like if just off boxing fundamentals, like he's a textbook boxer. Like he's somebody I would show somebody like, oh, what's boxing? Kell Brook is a textbook great boxer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if Terrence was able to dominate from that standpoint, like, we saw Kell Brook countering Crawford at times.
Yeah.
We saw him getting the Crawford first at times. He hit him with a body shot as Crawford was trying to set up. So if in those rounds Terrence Crawford was dominating from a boxing standpoint, then I would say, all right, that's an advantage there, because Spence wasn't able to do that in the first fight until he started dogging him. But he there was never any point that I thought Crawford was outboxing Kell Brook at all in the fight. And then just as soon as he went nigga on him,
he went. That's his go-to. He goes nigga, and people. I don't know what it is or how it is, but it comes through for him every time.
But to your point, it's against niggas who gonna fold anyway. We knew Miracon was gonna fold.
Right.
We knew Kell Brook was gonna fold. Mean Machine Dude wasn't on that level. Benavidez only had one leg. Hank Lundy was a smaller dude, and he don't really got that. He's just a textbook boxer. Don't really got that dog, So, but we know that Errol Spence got that dog in him. Once again, so me, I honestly, and I'm not trying to keep moving the goalposts on Crawford, but watching this fight made me kind of want to see him fight Sean Porter, because Sean Porter, we know Sean Porter got that dog in him for sure.
Yeah.
But we know that he's not that skilled. So that fight, you're not gonna beat Sean Porter out. You're not gonna outdog Sean Porter. So that fight, that's where we would see where Terrence Crawford's skills could take him. Because and not to say that being a dog isn't a skill, because it is a skill. So
Sure.
I should say boxing skills. Like we haven't, because even in the Gamboa fight, it was the dog that got him through the Gamboa fight. So we haven't seen where Terrence Crawford boxing skills would carry him when that needs to be what wins you the fight more.
Right. I get exactly what you're saying. And but I'm just on the flip side of that coin. I don't know how much longer Errol can wait. You know what I mean?
At
47, I don't know how long he can wait. And if he missed this opportunity to cement his career against an athletic boxer, athletic being first, athletic, aggressive boxer who's tailor-made. He's tailor-made for an Olympian, an A-level Olympian who can depend on boxing skills and angles and discipline. He's tailor-made for a guy like Errol Spence. And I don't know how much longer he can hold 47, without like hurting his body long term. So that fight has to happen.
Real shit, it got to happen next year. I mean, I saw what you posted on your IG. Fuck Pacquiao, they should just fight twice. I mean, Pacquiao always gonna get you the most money. He just bring a whole country and all the Asian American eyes. So I see why people want to do that. But it once again, like just on some like this the fight that needs to happen. Like
it's the fight. Make the fight. Yeah, I'm tired of listening to Bob Arum and not hearing anything from Al Heyman and everybody else. Dude, Bob Arum is using Manny Pacquiao as a shield. That fight wasn't gonna be made. He was saying because he don't want to.
Bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. It's and we're probably about to say the same thing. But how has Bob Arum been able to do the same shit for 30 years, bro? Once again, now when Floyd was with Top Rank, you were saying, oh, he could compete with Sugar Ray Leonard and blah blah blah. As soon as he left Top Rank, Floyd Mayweather scared. He don't want to fight nobody. He don't want to fight Pacquiao. Now Errol Spence is terrified of Terrence Crawford. Like, come on, we gotta stop. We gotta keep calling Bob Arum out on his bullshit. Like, we know how you run your plays, bro.
Yep. No, you're right. No, you dead ass right. And it's just so obvious now that he's manipulating Bud. It's so obvious for real. Bud don't have no one on his team that has a business acumen, because it's no way, like I'm talking about, like to make moves and shit. I mean, he's supporting he's supporting a lot of his friends and all, and that's great. But the fact that he's consistently being out business and outmaneuvered, it's his fault. You understand? Like, you're 33 years old and you still haven't fought, sadly enough, an A-level opponent. You understand what I'm saying? We thought Kell Brook was going to have a good night, but he is who he is. You understand? The man that walked in that ring that night was not what we imagined. He wasn't a shot fighter. He's just a grade lower than we last saw him on American soil.
Sometimes when you see somebody as skilled and talented as they are, we hope and desire that they have that dog inside of them. They just don't. Like, even with Anthony Joshua, like the way Eddie Hearn tried to sell him as if he got this killer instinct, but you could just see Anthony Joshua don't have it. It's a bunch of bad. We can name a bunch of basketball players. It's like they talented. You want them to have that killer instinct, but they don't have it. Tracy McGrady. I used to say Tracy McGrady was better than Kobe Bryant when I was in high school, when it was Orlando versus the Lakers and all of that. But as I reflect back on their career, when it was time to bring that dog out, Tracy McGrady just didn't have it.
Yeah. Nah, yeah.
So
that's what separates, but that's what that 15-second clip shows you what a house dog is and a yard dog is. With Tracy McGrady goes down and dunks it, Kobe's like, what nigga? Like, where's Dwight Howard at? Bring somebody, because I'm about to go take this ball right to the rim, or Michael Jordan, and come fly with me. When the crowd was like, he was too big. You punking on the little kids. And then he goes back to the same guy and say, was he big enough? I think he dunked on Mike Brown or somebody like that. Was he big enough? You know? Yeah. So his,
you know, and so you know, because I seen the black fight fan was betting on Kell Brook and all of that, and like I said, I was just like, man, y'all trying to make Kell Brook something he's not.
Yeah.
Like he don't got that. Even Keith Thurman for years was selling us on this thing that he's not. You feel me? Keith Thurman can hit hard, so he's gonna knock out somebody that's scared of him. But if you're not scared of Keith Thurman, he's gonna retreat. Period. And it's like you could talk big and act like all of that, but since you fought Luis Collazo, we seen it. Like, man, as soon as you get aggressive with him, he's gonna retreat.
What would you is his stock higher after this Kell Brook fight, Bud, or is it the same or less?
It's higher. It's higher. You know, like I said, from a weight, especially for somebody like Bob Aaron who can manipulate people. It's like, look, it took Errol Spence 11 rounds. It took Crawford only 4 rounds. You know what I mean? You know, they said Terrence Crawford's too small. He fought the biggest welterweight. They said, you know what I mean? Like it's so his stock went up because of the way they be able to sell it. Like I said, anybody who really pay attention, I don't think his stock went up too much because, like I said, he didn't. This fight didn't display anything I didn't already know. You know, I wanted, like I said, I would have been impressed if, you feel me, he was making Kell Brook, he was flipping Kell Brook's jabs and hitting him with body shots and dancing around him and making Kell Brook look stupid. That would have made.
That's it right there. That's it right there. He didn't.
Yeah, I think all of us would have been like, damn, like, because we know, like, damn, Spence didn't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, but you feel me? Like, he Kell Brook, come on, he called, like, this is a grown man that says chocolate brownies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different.
Right.
This dude called himself the Southpaw Slayer. Like, you feel me? It's just his heart pump a little bit sweeter, you know. So,
nah, you're right, man. Nah, you're right.
But you feel me? Like I said, boxing is not basketball, and that's just like when I try to talk to other like diehard boxing fans, I'll be trying to let them know, like, we gotta understand where we're at. Like, this ain't basketball, this ain't football, this ain't a sport that the world watches like that with a close eye. So the shit that we see is not gonna be how the casual fan sees it.
Right. They're gonna see the knockout.
This is a fight that was on ESPN, so anybody could just watch it. It funnels right in the Sports Center. So the casual fan that is like, oh, he fought this dude Kell Brook. Let me YouTube Kell Brook. Oh, Kell Brook fought Spence. Nobody's like those eyes aren't gonna be like, okay, that was 3 years ago, and he's been this and that since then. They're not gonna know that.
Right.
So yeah, I would say his stock went up. And it's just like, bro, like it once again, man, like, listen, boxing is just the biggest sport I ever seen that just shoot itself in the foot.
Right.
It's like, it really don't, you know, like thank God Errol Spence accident wasn't fatal or career ending, but how much of a shame would it have been that a car crash was the reason we didn't get one of the best fights ever, when this fight could have been made for the past 2 years.
Right. If we don't get this fight, like, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna put boxing back.
It's just like, quit playing, make the fight. Like, you know what? We don't need to keep doing these eye tests. Well, I'm gonna watch this fight and see what you do. Like, just fight each other. Everybody, we ain't stupid. Like, us as boxing fans,
we ain't stupid. Just fight each other.
Even knowing who the two was. Even when Keith Thurman had a belt. Like we had already seen what it really is with King Thurman. It's like, dog, this dude, eyes swollen against Robert Guerrero. Cazzo hurt him with a body shot. You feel me? His whole aura has changed since he stepped his level up. Like we saw what it was with King Thurman. We know what it is with Sean Porter. We know what it was with Danny Garcia after he fought LeBron Peterson and shit. It's like, man, so as he get it, like he's gonna get outboxed by everybody with feet. You feel me? So it's like, let's start bullshitting, bro. And the fight is Spence and Bud. Let's watch it. Oh, we want to fight Pacquiao. We want to fight Pacquiao. Like, fight him after. Shit. The winner gets Pacquiao. Shit. You feel me?
I'm tired. I'm tired of Manny Pacquiao and like that Floyd and Manny Pacquiao in boxing today. Like how they just disrupt boxing. Manny Pacquiao just wants a payday. Let him go fight Mikey Garcia and go do that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Go dance. Like, dance for me, Gator. You know what I mean? Like get out of here. Like, let boxing. Can we get boxing back?
That's what it's like when Jordan came back to the Wizards. That's where Pacquiao is. It's like,
right.
Like beating Michael Jordan on the Wizards. That like nobody gives a fuck. Like
right.
Like you feel me? Like we watching T-Mac. We watching Iverson. We watching Kobe now. Like that's, you feel me? We don't give a fuck about Michael Jordan, half speed fucking fadeaways and shit. You feel me? Right. But and that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what? Let Pacquiao get a big fight against somebody just to get his name back out there. Y'all two fight, and then the winner fight Pacquiao to become like the, you know, get your little household name fight. But it's like, come on, y'all, like both y'all names is synonymous with each other now, and y'all in each other way. Quit playing.
Yeah, his brain is fucking. His equilibrium is gone. He has no punch resist. Like that made no sense. Like people are going to say, see, here's the catch. See, here's the problem that people don't want to talk about. Like, people were hoping that Kell Brook was a percentage of what he was against Errol Spence. So we're building the fight as though he is a percentage of that. We don't know who he's going to be in the ring that night. So when he gets in the ring when he gets in the ring that night, you have to judge him on the person that he was that night. And him going up to 54 and him squeezing down to 47 had fucked up his equilibrium, similar to Roy Jones. His punch resistance was rather low. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't. He wasn't a percentage of. He was on the other side of the percentage, like less than 50%, and that's the reality of who Kell Brook was. And go ahead.
No, so let me ask you this, bro.
Yes.
Okay. You were a boxing trainer.
Yeah.
You took your fighter to America in 2014 and beat Sean Porter.
That was that long ago? Shit.
Yeah, it was 2014. You take your fighter to America. He beats Sean Porter. He gets stabbed. He gets stabbed in the leg. After that, takes his time. Got to come back. Does his thing. You guys get the opportunity to get the Triple G fight. You know, you guys take that. You guys, your stock actually raises because you put up some good rounds. Lose that. Next fight, close, tough fight, get knocked out, lose to Errol Spence. You don't have a big fight since. Your fighter comes and tells you, I could fight Terrence Crawford. I could gain all my stock back, beat the number one pound for pound fighter. And the trainer says, no, I'm not taking that fight. What does that tell you? This ain't some trainer that he just hired.
Engel.
Engel. He's been with Kell Brook his whole career. There was a reason that he didn't take the fight. There's a reason he's like, man, I'm not doing it. Because he knew, like, Brook is done.
Damn. You're saying a lot right there.
Come on, like what? I'm soon as I seen Dominic. Like I said, I never just off of who Terrence Crawford is and off of Kell Brook is. I was like, all right, at some point, Kell Brook's gonna fold. But to know that your trainer said, you know what, I'm cool. Like not even like his trainer didn't even want to take the payday. We talking about in pandemic COVID time where it's been no fight. This is a big fight on ESPN, and the trainers didn't even take the payday, let alone, you feel me? So come on, the writing was on the wall. Like it's just, people. I think to your point, I think people wanted a big fight for Terrence Crawford so bad. They just imagine Kell Brook, because Kell Brook has enough characteristics for you to fool yourself into thinking he'd be more competitive than he was going to be.
You're right. I did not know that shit was 2014. I mean,
that was 2014.
God, I just watched that fight today. 2014. I mean, last night. I watched it last night. 24. Yeah, damn. Been watching these motherfuckers for a long time. Damn.
That's what. But to think about that in a sense, and I know, Terrence Crawford wasn't at 47 at the time, but to think about that, bro, that shit was 2014. It's the end of 2020, and there just hasn't been like there should have been way more fights between all of them dudes by then. It's been 6 years, bro.
Damn.
It's kind of crazy to me, man. It's like like I said, I just feel like commercially boxing could have been what think about it. Teofimo, like the Teofimo and Lomachenko fight, that was a fight that got enough casuals talking about it afterwards. And then it's like 2-3 weeks later, if you put another fight that's just as like even and I don't know, blah blah blah. Like if you had 6 fights in 1 year that got everybody excited, like more eyes would be on the sport. But like I'm just imagining myself as if I'm a casual fan and I got my homeboy Fred telling me about boxing or whatever and all these fighters, and I'm like, okay, if these two are the best, how come they not fight? How come I gotta watch this fight, but you're telling me that this ain't even a fight we want to see? Why am I watching this shit?
Right. And that was the problem with the Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather shit. You know what I mean?
Right, like and Floyd getting all annoyed in the post-fight press conferences, but it's like, yo, this is cool, but shit. Because like I said, the way I look at it, it's like, dog, if you fight like clear, it's like if you clear everybody out, then you become that dude. Then your name is such an attraction that you could just fight whoever until you ride off in the sunset. But clear everybody out. Why we having all this fucking speculation? But I get it though. I mean, it's money, and we talking about like we're not talking about no regular sport. Like this shit really be fucking dudes up. But it's like for real. Like how it's just like we could watch Canelo do all that he does. We could watch Charlo do all that he does. But it's like, oh, them dudes just need to fight each other. Like what? It just don't make no sense. But it is what it is, man. I gotta slide, man. Our next convo will be more entertaining. Hopefully, I gave.
Oh, you about to get on your herd and YG, huh? Okay. Then we gon' slide. but now,
with you, man. Shout out to the barbershop.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad. I'll say this. You help it make sense for me because I was at the end of the fight, I was like, damn, Bud is the shit. And then the further and further I get away from the fight, I'm like, hold up. Bud was getting outboxed. Bud was getting outboxed by a nigga that was tight than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? He wasn't even loose yet.
Yeah, he wasn't loose at all.
You know what I mean? So, and Bud just That's just a prime example of God just made us different. You understand what I'm saying? Like we are just better, but he won't be able to do that. You can't out nigga Earl. You know what I mean?
Nah,
You ain't no way in hell you can out nigga Errol. He's been upgraded from Harold Miner to Xavier McDaniel, the New York Knicks version. So
come on, bro.
yeah.
Come on, bro.
Who is he then? Who's
Terrence Crawford?
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Crawford is
Who is he? If he was a basketball player, who would he be?
Terrence Crawford. Where I got him at right now.
Vernon Maxwell?
Like, that's disrespectful. You disrespectful than a motherfucker.
No, Vernon Maxwell was a baller.
He's like Orlando Shaq to me.
Hell no, nigga. He's like Orlando Woolridge.
Come on, dog.
Orlando Woolridge was an all-star, I think, at Chicago. He was a hell of a player in Chicago.
I'm gonna get Terrence Crawford like Orlando Shaq.
Hell no.
Like it looks nice, but let's see what you do when you get in there with Hakeem.
No, man. And Hakeem embarrassed him. They swept him.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Right now, I'm saying it's like Orlando Shaq, because it's like, all right, because Shaq came in right when Michael Jordan retired the first time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Orlando got to do their thing, and it looked like Orlando was about to beat them niggas, and then
Oh man, he ain't that good. He ain't that good. Nah, he ain't that good.
He's pound for pound number one, bro. Hey, look,
you think he's pound for pound number one?
Hey,
hell no.
I'm not. You're saying where is he? I'm talking. That's the type of hype that he gets.
No, but really, I'm talking about in your eyes, not like.
I'm gonna say Orlando Shaq, because I honestly think
that. He's not dominating like. He's not dominating like that. I mean, shit.
He just got 8 knockouts in a row. He was the undisputed. He was the undisputed 140. He got a title his first fight at 147. The way they've been positioning him has been dominant lately. I'm just being honest with you, bro. You feel me? And the way they was positioning Shaq in Orlando, it looked like he was dominant. It looked like nobody could fuck with him. And then Hakeem Olajuwon made him look like a kid.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
Bro, you Vernon Maxwell, bro, a role player? You saying Terrence Crawford's a role player with a bad attitude? That's what Vernon Maxwell was, bro.
So he's Sleepy Floyd then?
Nah, he's Orlando Shaq, bro.
Nah, he ain't that dominant, dog. He ain't that dominant.
He was. What are you talking about?
Nah, I mean, he was because I get what you're saying in terms of accolades, but I don't think Bud is. Nah, he knocked out him. Nah, dog. He's playing in LeBron James East.
Exactly, Orlando Shaq. Or Shaq was in the East.
Okay.
Shaq was dog. The Eastern Conference was dead at that time. Patrick Ewing in the Knicks, they was what they was. You feel me? The Bulls was done because Jordan was gone. Grant Hill wasn't really doing shit with the Pistons. Like Grant Hill was balling, but the Pistons wasn't really doing shit like that.
So is he Ben Wallace?
No. I'm not sounding like I'm unsure. I feel like
he's Rip Hamilton. Bud is Rip Hamilton.
No, Bud Crawford is Orlando Shaq.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is
okay. So help me understand this. So if Errol Spence is a basketball player, who is he?
Errol Spence is I'm gonna go.
Vince Carter.
The first name that's coming to me right now is Tim Duncan, but I think I could do better than
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I see that. I see that.
It's no flair. It's no flair to Tim Duncan game at all. Like I said, it's nothing really exciting about Spence fight, but it's just like when you watch them play, it's like you can't fuck with them.
So that makes
I might give Errol like KG.
no. I was gonna say then Bud Crawford is KG.
You know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Bud Crawford is KG. I'll give you that. Hey, that might be the perfect comparison. You feel me? On the court and then on the court in the ring, Bud Crawford is KG, and Errol Spence is Tim Duncan. If you talk to most people, they was fucking with KG more, all that blah blah blah. But we saw it time and time again when it came down to it, KG couldn't do shit with Tim Duncan.
Right. I like that. You're right.
That's where I see. But yeah, now I got to slide though, man.
I appreciate you, King. Love you, man. Thank you, dog.
All right,
one. Appreciate you. All right, that was the great Tyran Brown, man. Tyran Brown. I appreciate you, man, giving us 45 minutes, man. And I need to go shave my beard and shit, man. I gotta go trim my beard. That shit. I'll be like, damn, they be getting all in your nose and shit. I'm feeling like I'm 83 years old, man. But anyways, man, I like that comparison. Tim Duncan versus Kevin Garnett. I like that. Barbershop Conversations. I'll holla. Peace, guys.